On paper, this is a nightmare. Civilizations has collapsed, the internet is gone, the grid is down, 99% of the human population has been wiped out. By all logic, you should be terrified, you should be stressed, but you aren't. When you look at this, you feel something else entirely. In the real world and in modern multiplayer games, we are drowning in noise. We have taxes, we have emails, we have battle passes, we have a million little red notification dots demanding our attention every single second. But here, the notifications are gone. The emails stopped coming 20 years ago. The only thing on your to-do list is survive. We don't play these games because we want to save the world. We play them because we are secretly relieved that it's already over. Hello. Apparently, I'm lucky. And today, I want to talk about why the most comforting place in gaming is a graveyard. To understand this feeling, we have to look at what we are actually escaping from. In our daily lives, the things that stress us out are invisible. You worry about your credit score, you worry about whether your boss liked that presentation, you worry about a weird DM you got 3 days ago. These are abstract threats. You can't hit them with a stick. You can't build a wall to keep them out. They are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. But in a game like The Long Dark or Fallout, the threats are incredibly honest. If you are cold, you need a fire. If you are hungry, you need a can of beans. If there is a mutant, you need a damn shotgun. There's a profound relief in that simplicity. Psychologists often talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In the modern world, most of us have the bottom layers covered. We have food and shelter. So we spend 100% of our brain power agonizing over the top layers: status, belongings, self-actualization. And let's be honest, those layers are exhausting. This concept of the cozy apocalypse kicks the ladder out from under us. It forces us back to the bottom of the pyramid. Think about Minecraft. Technically, it's a post-apocalyptic game. The cities are gone, the people are gone, and monsters come out at night. But what is the first thing you do? You punch a tree, you build a small wooden shack, you put a torch on the wall. And when you stand inside that little box, looking out at the zombies through a glass window, you don't feel scared, you feel cozy. You feel a sense of ownership that's almost impossible to feel in real life. In the real world, you can work for 40 years and still feel like you own nothing. In the apocalypse, if you found a chair, it's your chair. If you purified the water, you did that. We crave the end of the world because it is the only scenario where our actions feel like they have a direct, tangible result. It's not about destruction, it's about the great reset. It's the fantasy of deleting all the noise so you can finally hear yourself think. There is a scene in The Last of Us that everyone remembers. It's the moment you see the giraffes walking through the ruins of Salt Lake City. Do you remember that? Do you know why that scene makes us feel so much? It's because it validates a very specific, quiet feeling we all share. The world would be just fine without us. Actually, it might even be better. We spend our lives surrounded by concrete, steel, and advertisements. Modern cities are loud, grey, and aggressive. They are designed for efficiency, not for peace. But in the cozy apocalypse, we get to watch nature take it all back. There is something incredibly soothing about seeing a skyscraper covered in moss. There's a beauty in seeing a highway cracked open by the tree roots. It turns the symbols of our stress, the office buildings, the traffic jams into a garden. 2 centuries ago, philosophers called this feeling the sublime. It's the feeling of being small in the face of something massive and old. Usually that means looking at a mountain or an ocean, but today, the most sublime thing we can imagine is the end of our own civilization, what we have created. It's a form of optimistic nihilism. These games whisper a secret to us. It doesn't matter. All those deadlines, all those politics, all those things you are stressing about right now, one day they will just be a fertilizer for a very nice oak tree. And instead of being scary, that thought is liberating. We walk through these dead worlds not as victims, but as tourists. We are exploring the ruins of our own mistakes and finding that the silence left behind is actually quite peaceful. We aren't looking at a tragedy. We are looking at a fresh start. And then there's the silence. We live in the age of hyper-connection. You are expected to be reachable 24/7. Your phone buzzes, your Discord pings. Even in video games, the place supposed to be your escape, you are often thrown into a lobby with 9 other people screaming in your ear or demanding you to play a certain way. You're never truly alone. That is exhausting. This is why the lone wanderer archetype is so magnetic. Survival games protagonists, these characters possess something we lost a long time ago, and it's so important to remember: the permission to be by themselves. In these games, loneliness isn't a punishment, it's a luxury. When you are walking across a desolate landscape in Death Stranding with nothing but the wind and a low roar song playing, you aren't performing for anyone. You don't have to be funny, you don't have to be smart, you don't have to be good at the game or anything. You just have to put one foot in front of the other. It is a radical form of solitude, and weirdly enough, these dead worlds often feel more human than the living ones. You find a note left by a survivor who died 10 years ago. You find a skeleton holding a photograph. You piece together their little stories. These interactions are intimate, but they are safe. They ask nothing of you. You can witness humanity without having to participate in the messiness of society. We retreat to the apocalypse because it is the only place where the social battery can finally recharge. It's a world where the crowd has dispersed, and for the first time in a long time, it's just you and the horizon. So does this mean actually we want the world to end? Do we secretly wish for zombies or nuclear winter? I don't think so. I think we just want the noise to stop. We are tired of a world that demands we be everything, everywhere, all at once. We are tired of a culture that equates busy with important. The cozy apocalypse is a simulation of a life where enough is actually enough. Think about the save points in these games. In Dark Souls, it's bonfire. In Stalker, it's a guitar by a fire barrel. In Outer Wilds, I'm pretty sure it was roasting a marshmallow while the sun explodes. That moment, sitting by a fire, safe for just a few minutes while the dark awaits outside, is the purest distillation of comfort. It's a feeling of, I am here, I am warm, and for right now, that is all I need to be. We play these games to remind ourselves of that feeling. We visit the end of the world to remember what it feels like to actually live in it. So the next time you find yourself staring at a ruined city in a game, or listening to the rain fall on a digital roof, don't feel bad about finding it relaxing. You aren't running away from reality, you're just taking a break from the complexity of it. The world is still here, the emails are still waiting, but in this little digital box, the fire is warm and the silence is golden. For now, if you're feeling overwhelmed out there, maybe play a quiet game. Find a safe spot and just breathe. Stay lucky.